relationship talk, real relationship drama with the best nights of your life. Your host, Jay, and Simply E, hold on, get ready to enter the J Spot on Intellectual Radio. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the best night of your life. Woo! You have entered the J Spot where we are strengthening relationships and families one conversation at a time on intellectualradio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay. You all, thank you all so much for tuning in and allowing me to go with you as you ride home on this nice fall evening, afternoon. What is it? Night, fall, evening, going into that good ish. Afternoon ish, almost evening ish. That time, the ride home, that back to back traffic, the bumper to bumper traffic, the hurrying on, getting home, trying to fix the dinner kind of mood, hurrying up and helping the kids with the homework type of mood. Thank you for allowing me to experience, enjoy that, and get you through it. Because listen here, I may say something that you agree with. I may say something that make you mad. I may say something that make you want to cuss. I may say something that's gonna give you a combination of everything. I may say something that's gonna put something on your mind. But one thing I do know, that if you stick with me, I'm going to give you one of those emotions. Now, listen, I may even say something that puts you to the point where I say, you know what? I'm going to block her. Do that, but then come back, okay? Come back. You come back now here. You come back. Come back. Speaking of come back here, please, guys, do me a favor. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also, follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. And J is spelled Jaye for all three. While you at it, go right around the corner. Boop, boop, boop. Go to YouTube, like and follow, subscribe to our channel there. That's the jspot.com. Go to TikTok and follow us there. That's the J Spot, guys. J is Jaye. Turn on the notification bell for all platforms. Guys, thank you so much. We have a great show lined up for you tonight. We're going to go ahead and get started. Now, listen, you all, let me say, sometimes I wonder, as I sit and I scroll through the groups and I just scroll through this thing that we call social media. And some of you all, this is going to be geared towards the fellas right now. Some of you all, fellas, some of you, not all of you, but some of you all really scare me, okay? You really scare me with the things that you all say because some of the stuff I'm just like, okay, are they saying this to just troll or is this really how you feel? Now, some of you all, now listen, I've always been told that there's always a little bit of truth in a joke. There's always a little bit of truth in some things. So when you're constantly saying the same negative things, in my opinion, you mean it. So let's just start here with this hot topic. And you guys let me know what you think because it's typically the same suspects that post the same type of, the same type of things that just makes me go, does this brother like women or is this just his way of just, getting his feelings out and just getting it out there? And it's like, here's the deal. Whoever you like, whatever, knock yourself out. So the first hot topic is this. They say, without using religious beliefs, what is the benefit of marriage for men other than Social Security survivor benefits? Y'all heard me. Let me repeat that. This man says, without using religious beliefs, what is the benefit of marriage for men other than Social Security survivor benefits? So this brother is basically saying, Listen, somebody tell me now, what is the purpose of what benefit does a man get for being married outside of, Social Security survivor benefits? And I thought, I didn't think long about it. I just instantly said, you know what? If you have to ask, what do you get besides Social Security survivor benefits? My response would be nothing. And marriage is not for you. Like I just don't like, if you don't see what the benefit of having a partner is, if you don't see the benefit of having a helpmate, if you don't see the benefit of having a ride or die, a confidant, if you don't see the benefit of that, then there's nothing for you. Marriage has absolutely nothing to offer you if you don't see that. So I would say, sir, nothing. Marriage, it will benefit you nothing. Continue to live your single life, live solo. Listen, hopefully, if something happens to you and you have a medical condition, hopefully the dog or your cat or your side chick will know something so that they can alert a family member and let them know that you are in need of help. But nothing, sir. Nothing. Just go and rot alone. That's all I can say. Like, whomever subscribes to this, and this is not a person that I can respect, the person that says, listen, marriage ain't for everybody. I don't believe that marriage is for everybody. Listen, you got a friend in me. You have somebody that agrees with what you just said, because I don't think that marriage is for everybody. I really don't. If you believe that marriage is for you, then rock out and make it happen. But if you're a person that says, you know what, listen, I just don't believe in the institute of marriage for blah, 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 whatever reason, fine. But that's not the stance that this post comes from. The post comes from, like, there's nothing that marriage between a man and a woman, because he's saying for men. So he's saying there's nothing that marriage can give you outside of benefits, Social Security survivor benefits. Outside of that, he's questioning what benefits do men get. Fellas, let me know if you want to talk to me. What do you guys think? What benefits do you all get? Or are you with this guy? You're saying, listen, Jay, listen, you got this one all wrong, baby girl. You got this one all wrong. Fam hit this right on the head. Fam got it right on the head. There are no benefits. Men don't benefit from marriage whatsoever. If you're one of those people that say that, listen, I want to hear from you. Let me know, fellas, what are your thoughts on this? Is this man, is he speaking facts? And is it just like, Jay, you got this one wrong. No, you got this one all wrong, Jay. You got this one wrong. This man said it right. There are no benefits in marriage for men. And again, I would beg to differ on that, but I definitely want to hear what the men have to say about this if y'all want to listen. And I know a lot of brothers that are married. I know a lot of good dudes that don't feel this way. So my thing is, again, when I hear a man, speak like that, it makes me think like, yo, who hurt this brother? Like, he done been hurt, like he's scorned, hurt, speaking like that. Just say, listen, I don't think that marriage is for me, or I don't believe in the institute of marriage. And I get that. Like I said, I could totally 1,000% respect that. But it's just certain things that some people say, and I look at the post, and when we're going through for hot topics and things of that nature, and it's just it's few of the same people that post the same type of things, and I'm just like, okay, now you can only post this way for so long. One being maybe you just trolling. Two, or you trolling, or you trying to get attention. Two, you really feel like this. So for one point I was like, okay, they just definitely trolling. But now I'm just like, yo, do you have a woman ever loved you right? I mean, like, literally, like, go hug your mom, Go hug your grandmom. Go hug an aunt. Go hug some woman that you love and let her exude some positive energy into you, because, like, you are missing the mark. And if you walking around here, these are the type of people that, and it's not many of them. I don't believe that it's many people that feel like this, but you all are the ones that are out here spewing all this foolishness. And you have the internet and these social media platforms in an uproar because y'all get to saying this craziness like this. But I want to know, again, maybe I could be missing it, maybe I'm just off the mark, but is this a legitimate feeling? Like, fellas, we're looking like, man, Jay, there is no benefit for marriage for men. There is not. And I'm like, if you don't see that, like, I don't, for me, I'm just like, if you don't see the benefit of it, then for me, I think that there is, and women as well. If you say that, what is the benefit? If you have to question the benefit of getting and finding a life partner, finding somebody that's going to be there with you, thick and thin, good and bad, up and down. If you feel that that's not necessary in your life, then I'm in 100% agreement with you that, yeah, there is no benefit for marriage for you, that because you don't see it. So you have to see, because how can you desire something if you don't see the value in it? So if you don't see the value in marriage, then you're not going to seek for it. And ladies, I mean, maybe this may be a question to start putting out there, like when dating and vetting these men and going through the sorting process. Maybe that's something that needs to start being put out there. You need to put out there and just kind of see what is their stance on marriage. Because again, if they have a stance like this, as far as they believe that there is no benefit for marriage for them, then again, unfortunately for me, I would definitely respect their feelings to feel that way, because you have a right to feel that way. But now his general stance on marriage. And so if you are a woman that wants to get married and you've asked him up front and you guys have had this conversation, he doesn't see the benefit of marriage, ladies, you have done yourself a favor. You have saved yourself the time. You possibly even saved yourself a body, adding on to your body count. Because listen, what's the purpose of going forward when his general thoughts on marriage it does not align with what you feel? You believe in marriage. You want to get married. Not saying that you want to marry him, but what I'm saying is, I think, especially, listen, when you in the 30 plus age group, I'm gonna tell you who need to be asking this question. When you get up and you like, tag, what is this? Why is this hurting? What is this? Why is that? Oh, this hurting. This, if you are in that age range where just things just like, dang, I just did this. Oh, this hurt. If you are in that age range where just strange things just start hurting for no reason, then you are the person that needs to ask this question up front. Forget them thinking that it's you. Oh, you trying to pressure me for marriage already? No, 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 no. No, sir. Father time is, the clock is ticking, okay? The clock is ticking. You may be at that age, that point where, listen, okay, I got to get these eggs fertilized. If I plan on popping out some children, I got to get these eggs fertilized. You need to know this up front. Don't let these brothers push you and corner you into feeling as though you are rushing them by bringing up the subject of marriage. Because again, we can have a general conversation on your thoughts and your views on marriage. I'm not saying that let's talk about specifically if you see you and I getting married. That's not what we're doing. I want to know, what are your views on marriage? Because if you are a dude that feels as though there's no benefit of marriage for you, thank you for letting me know that up front. Because listen, I'm trying to preserve the last few eggs that I do have. So thank you for letting me know that up front. Now I can know whether I want to continue down this path with you, or do I just want to go ahead on shuffle this deck and go back out there, because I'm not going to waste my time when I know a core thing and something that's dear to me that I want, it's not important to you. Hey, pretty Tasha, how you doing? Hey, Ann, you said I like your aesthetics. Thank you so much, Ann. So again, we have to make the decision, but ladies, we got to start having these conversations up front. Fellas, you as well. If you believe in marriage, because every day, listen, people's views and values and all this other ish is changing every day. Every day is something new. And it seems like it's something new that is just brought up to just continuously pull us apart. So, definitely, if you are dealing with someone and they feel as though there's no benefit for marriage, and you believe that marriage is something that's important for you, I would definitely say, you know what, look twice at the situation before, continuing, before you put so much time and effort into it. I would say definitely think twice about that, because you don't want to be in a position where you are pursuing, you going through the motions with someone, and only to find out in the long run what you really wanted, they don't believe in that. And it's okay. Again, I'm not knocking anybody that says, listen, I agree with this. I don't believe that marriage. Okay, I listen. Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. I told, if you believe it, I believe it, and I'm fine with it for you. But I'm not fine with it, and I don't believe in it for me. But I'm fine with it, and I can respect the fact that that's how you feel. But yeah, you're gonna have to get away from me with all that, because listen, y'all, all this negative ish is contagious. Like, when people say you have to protect your peace and protect your energy, we gotta take that so seriously. Like, I don't think that we take that as seriously as we should, but we have to start taking that a bit more seriously, because it's so important and it's imperative that we protect our peace. We have to protect our positive energy and our positive vibes, because people can come around you and just as negative about everything. I mean, everything. Like, there's nothing good about anything in their opinion. And if you're not careful, then guess what? All that negative ish is going to start transferring over to you. And then before you know it, you used to be a bright, chipper person. Oh, yeah, life is good. Now you're hanging around these joy kills, these buzz kills. Now you're sitting up here spewing off all this negative foolishness that these people are spewing off. So just be mindful on who you keep company with. Now, listen, speaking of keeping company, what do you all think about this? The guy says, let me just put this out there so we can have a better understanding on how most men think. This is what he said, how most men think. No man just invites a woman out to dinner just to have dinner. He does it because he likes you and he is trying to get with you. So if you're not interested, do not go. Also, do not ask him for money or accept gifts from him. When you do, you are sending the wrong signal. What do you all think about that? Let me just tell you something. I ain't gonna lie. I had to get my underwear out my butt, because I'm telling you, I was just like, oh, this this didn't say that. I had to just, baby, let me tell you, them thongs was right, because I told y'all my booty is the cookie monster. Just be walking, just be eating my panties, it just be ridiculous. Y'all ladies with some, if you've been blessed back there naturally, y'all know what I'm talking about. You start off as a pair of briefs. By the time you get home, they're thongs. I'm just like, dog, and I know where the rest of these panties go. Y'all know where they went. But that's what this statement did to me. So he's saying that no man, ladies, so he's saying, listen, no man is going to just invite you out to dinner just for to have dinner. He says he's doing this because he's trying to get with you. And if you ain't trying to pass it out, then don't go out on a date with him. Don't go to dinner. Don't accept no gifts from him. And don't ask him for jack. That's what this man is saying. So, ladies, what do you think about that? Fellas, come on now. Come on, listen. Y'all, is this true? Please, y'all fellas, come on now. Y'all know we be talking. Y'all know we talk, we be cool. Is this a fair statement? Is this an accurate statement? Hey, Erica, how you doing, sister friend? Is this an accurate statement? He said, listen, y'all better stop going out on these out to dinner with these dudes because he ain't taking you out to dinner just to take you out to dinner. He said he taking you out to dinner because after dinner, he want them thighs up just like this in there. He want it just like this. And if you don't plan on putting them like this, don't go out to dinner with that man. Do not go out to dinner if you not planning on baby. If you ain't planning on doing that at the end of the night, don't go out. Don't go on this dinner. If you ain't planning on slobbing on something outside of your strong, don't go out to dinner with this man. That's what the man in the post said. That's what he said. He said, y'all better stop going out on these dates with these dudes. Y'all better stop accepting gifts from these dudes because they saying that, you know what? He's saying you are sending the wrong signal if you do that. You are sending this man the wrong signal because he asked you out. You all just met each other. And he asked you out on a date. And so you decided to go out on a date so that you can get to know this man. First date. But according to what this brother is saying, the poster, he's saying you are wrong. Do not, and I repeat, do not go out on this date with this man because if you don't see yourself giving it up at the end of the night, don't go out with this man because you are leading him on. That's what the poster of this hot topic is saying. So fellas, let me know. So you mean to tell me you up in her DM, y'all going back and forth, communicating back and forth, couple of days. He's like, all right. You know, she's like, I don't really know him like that, but you know, I want to get to know him. Let me go on out with him. You know, he invited her out to dinner. She accept. She doesn't know where she's at because they've never met. So she's going out to dinner. Get to know him. But this man is saying, if you know that you ain't going to give it up. Now, here's the deal. Sir, with all due respect, I'm not going to go. I'm not going because if you know, like you're getting to know somebody. So if you've gotten to the point and now you know, even with that, I still struggle with, you know, not going out because what if he's a good person and you just like his company, but you don't want to, I don't have to juice you so you mean to tell me I got to juice you just to get a meal? Just to get a meal. So I got to be juicing all on you. I got to let you be feeling all on my booty and everything. Just to get a little funky filet mignon. You got to fill all on my filet mignon just to get, you know, I got to let you fill on me just to get a little fresh serving of some creme brulee. I got to let you feel all on me. You know, listen, you trying to make some creme brulee up. Listen, see, she can make that naturally if you the one. You ain't got to be doing all that. But see, this brother is saying, yep, if you ain't feeling him like that, if you don't plan on giving it up, don't go out with him. Don't accept no gifts from him. Don't ask him for anything. And I'm torn in between with that because again, every situation is not about it shouldn't be. And fellas, if it is, now here's the thing. This mixed message, this mixed signal, we're gonna put that both ways. How about that? Let's put that both ways. We're gonna put that mixed signal ish both ways because if that's all you going out for, then you say that. You state that ish with your chest up front. Now you stop sending mixed messages. You stop sending mixed signals. If that's all you want is the hootie cootie, then you tell her that. Now how about that? Let's switch that ish around and see how many of y'all be going out. Now what? So if you want to think that, oh, she just there, you know, just to get something to eat and all this and that, where you go, you tell her. Listen, that's what we're going to do. We stop. Now we're going to, guys, y'all like to say, oh, Women ain't never like to take accountability. I'm going to push this scenario right back to you so now you can control the narrative. So now, if that's what you expect at the end of the night, at the end of the date, why don't you say that? Don't post it in an email. Don't post it in a post. Why don't you start saying that and see how many nights you spend at home playing with yourself? Now, y'all laughing at Diddy needing baby oil. See how many nights you spend at home needing some baby oil if you start telling these women this ish up front. Now, you stop leading with mixed messages. You stop sending mixed signals. Because if that's all you want, again, say that ish with your chest. Stop sitting up here making it seem like, oh, if she don't like me, if she don't like him, then she need to not go on a date. If that's all you want is the hootie cootie, then you tell her, listen, up front, just like you expecting her to tell you up front, you tell her up front. The moment you get in this car and we arrive at that restaurant, the moment you pick up anything to eat, I want you tonight, at the end of the night, you just like this. That's all I want. I don't want no conversation, just them legs in the air, just like this at the end of the night. Now, won't you go try saying that? Let me see how many of you all are going to say that. And then let me know how it goes. Let's see how well your dating life goes. You see, y'all don't like to sit up here. Y'all are complaining and be complaining in the background. But listen, when somebody give you a mic and say that ish with your chest, you ain't gonna say jack. You're going to sit up here. You're going to keep going on a date. Hopefully, she'll give you some. Hoping. And then when you don't get none, now you're mad. Now everybody mad. Hey, Peterson, how you doing? Now you mad. So, again, say that ish with your chest. Stop making it seem like, oh, women are just out there. Oh, they just going out there for the free meals. And they know if you know that you're not going to give it up. Well, just go ahead on and tell her. Listen, when you eat this shrimp, when you eat this lobster tail, just know at the end of the night, you're going to be eating on my lobster tail. Just say, listen, start mentioning those things and watch and see how things how they turn out differently for you. See, because you ain't going to have to worry about her eating your lobster, your red lobster. You're not going to have to worry because you're going to be home alone. See, that's why y'all say stuff like this in a post and on social media, but you're not telling those women that. You're not telling them that. You know you're not going to say that because if you say it, you're going to be home by yourself. You know it just as well as I do. So keep on pushing that foolishness if you want to and watch and see what happens. Erica is saying, big mad. Pretty Tasha, you saying, right, sis. And Erica is saying again, exactly. Say this, listen, again, I'm going to challenge you guys. Say it right here. Say it with your chest. I want, listen, when you say it, I want all of the volume. I'm going to make sure I done clean my ears real because I want to hear I want you to enunciate every syllable of that statement. I want you to say it like you mean it. Say it like you ain't scared. Say it. I dare y'all. Because you know why? We put this foolishness up here just so that we can get it off our chest. Y'all can say this little stuff, but you're scared to say it in real life. I said it, listen, and this is not all of the brothers. This is just the brothers that post this little stuff because you out here. Why are you worried about how many dates she going out on? Like if you ain't cuffed her up and made her yours, why are you worried about she going on a date tonight on Friday. She going out with me. She probably up here laid up with this ninja on Saturday. Why are you worried about that? Why? Cause you bought a shrimp. Cause you bought a shrimp broil or something. That's what you mad about. You mad cause you brought. Listen, stop dating. Listen, you stop dating. Stop telling the ladies what they should and should not do. You take control of whatever dating situation that you're in. You take control of that situation on your own. So again, if you don't like how your dating experiences, then you change it. You start speaking up for yourself. You let these people know. Listen, now, at the end of the night, you're going to owe me something. Or listen, I'm going to tell y'all, listen, see, I just had a good idea. I'm going to tell you, listen, who was it? Nas And Genuine, they say, y'all, they made a song called You Owe Me. Shawnee, say what's your price? Ow. Just to back it up, you can roll my eyes. Now I say you owe me something. Ow, owe me back like you owe them taxes. He told them up front. See, I can respect that. I ain't paying you jack, but I can respect that he said if I let you roll, wear my ice or whatever he was saying, you gonna listen, you gonna owe me a little something. All this stuff I'm doing for you, I'm gonna let you know. You gonna owe me something. At the end of the night, you know what you gonna be doing. You know what's gonna be happening at the end of the night. That's what we gonna be doing at the end of the night. And if you ain't down with that, don't be over here accepting no gifts. Don't be over here trying to get took out, wined and dined, and listen, wind and down. Especially now, look, don't be expecting to get flew out. Now that, ladies, now I will say, okay, I'm gonna be on the fellas end with this one. I hate to say it, but don't get flew out. Just keep the dates and the dinners, keep all that ish locally, and then we're fine. But the moment you get to getting flued out, they're going to be wanting to push you over the banister. They're going to be wanting to bend you over the balcony and all this other stuff. So if you're not trying to get bent over the balcony, listen, don't be taking these, getting flued out. You know, that's a trick from the pit right there. So I'm not really a big fan of being flued out, because that being flued out is some foolishness. So I'm just going to tell you all that. So just be careful with getting flued out. Just it's too much stuff going on, so you definitely have to be mindful. And listen, I would be afraid to be flued out somewhere, because look at how some of these guys think. So you don't know who you are getting and who you're meeting, because look at some of this stuff. Look at what some of these people think. So you got to be careful with, girl, he gonna flew me out to Miami. He gonna flew me out to Vegas, baby. Hold fast on them flued outs. That's all I would say. Hold fast on it. Should you and are you obligated to do the horizontal mambo if you're getting flued out? I don't think you are. However, it's I would say it's a great chance that that's the expectation. I would say that I would be remiss if I was to sit here and say, you know what? No, you don't owe him anything. I will say this, you don't owe anybody anything. However, I would say that it is premature and childish not to think that he's trying to bend you over somewhere. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be, listen, I love y'all. Y'all know we family, we here. But I would think that it's definitely premature and immature to think that if this man flew you out, that he wasn't trying to like this. That's just me. So as soon as he booked that ticket or telling you he sent you the itinerary, you got some decisions to make. You got some decisions like, now, yeah, I just done met this man. And yeah, he done paid to flew me out and all this other foolishness. So what am I going to do when I get down there? Am I willing to be a participant as far as getting bent over this balcony? So that's a conversation that you have to have with yourself before going down there. And if that's not what you're trying to be on, then I would always say this, let him come to you. Let the dude come to you. So therefore you don't have to feel pressured into doing something that you don't want to do. Because here's the thing, it should never be any pressure. But the way that these people are moving today, we got to be honest that they are putting a lot of pressure on you. If you're going out there or you're going on a vacation somewhere and they're paying, it's a lot of pressure for you to go ahead and with them. And you know, man, this your first time meeting them. But since they done flued you out, they got big expectations. And I'm not saying that you have to meet that expectation. I'm not saying that you have to do that. What I am saying that you have to think about that, and that has to be at the forefront of your mind. That's what he's expecting since he done flew you out, and he's gonna almost I'm gonna say a 95, nope, 98.9% of the time, if they flew you out, yeah, I know that's not a word you all know. But if they flew you out, please expect that that's what they're gonna want. And that's when I say that the dynamics of the conversation changes, because again, you are at his mercy because you've been flew out somewhere and you're not in your comfort zone. So my thing is, if you're not planning on jumping down like that, and I'm going to say it again, I don't believe that you are obligated to jump down like that because he flew you out or whatever. I don't believe that. What I do believe is that you, as a woman, you have to have an honest conversation with yourself and say, you know what? He done flew me out. He gonna be expecting me to bust it wide open. He gonna be expecting something strange for some change. He gonna be expecting that plane ticket there and back, and then also getting back. Now you're at the mercy of him getting you back. So again, if he's fluing you out, I would be very mindful on taking those flued out. So again, if he's wanting to see you, and if he's willing to fly you out, then why can't you fly? Why can't he fly in? Why can't you fly in to see me? So therefore, now to me, him flying in, that kills the expectation on the woman. Like, okay, man, so now he's flew here. So now you can, take this thing at your steady pace. You can take it and pace it out how you want to. But if you fly out to meet him, then you're at his mercy, because the minute he find out, listen, he fly to you and you guys go out and y'all have a good time, and you like, okay, yo, homie, what you thought? Like, we just met in person. You think that, no, I'm not doing it because I don't want to. I thought we were going to get to know each other. Guess what? However he responds to your no is on him. So if he decides, man, bump this, I done came all the way out here and I ain't getting none, then can your stinking back, listen, I'll drop you off at the doggone airport, because what you not finna do is sit up here and pressure me and Precious down here, okay? You're not gonna do us like that. You're not gonna sit here, come to my city, and then get my hoo-ha. You got my hoo-ha upset. Coming up here demanding some stuff like you done work, like you own this. You listen, you don't know my girl like that. Like, man, I'd be like, listen, girl, he's sitting up here acting like he know what's up. Listen, somebody better tell this clown what's going on. Tell him we don't even rock like that. He's sitting up here thinking because he bought a little Southwest $59 round trip ticket that he get access to the Enchanted Castle. Baby, bye. See, that's what I be telling him. But you can say that because you own your own turf. You at your own place. Like, you in your own surroundings, in your comfort zone. And guess what? If he like it, he like it. If he don't, there's the door he can bounce at any time. But what you don't want to do is put yourself in position where you are at the mercy of someone else, and you gotta, now you feel obligated to do something that you really wasn't prepared to do, because now they've put you in an uncomfortable situation. Erica, you're saying your bonds will be beaten. Yes, baby, listen, beaten ain't even a word. Pretty Tasha, you're saying, right, this gonna tell me meet him halfway, and I'm not doing that. He can get lost. Absolutely, Pretty Tasha. He gotta come to listen, y'all we gotta get in the habit of making them come to us. If you want to come, then come on over here to these parts. Again, therefore you can stay in your comfort zone and you don't have to worry about dealing with any unnecessary, stress and pressure, because if that's what he's gonna be on, then let him be on that. But at least you are in your comfort zone and you can leave and do whatever feels right for you. Erica, you're saying make sure it's round trip ticket. That's true, Erica. But you know what? Listen, these people have been getting on there, baby, and they have been canceling these tickets out. They don't care if they get a cancellation fee or anything. These guys have been canceling these tickets out because these young ladies are getting down there and they're like, okay, well, I ain't know you wanted now. I ain't know you wanted to do the horizontal mambo. Well, come on now. We gonna stop that. That's why we're talking about this tonight. Let's just assume if he's fluing you out, he wants it. Okay? If he's fluing you out, he wants it. And you have to make the decision before you accept the trip. Is this what I'm going down here to do? I mean, because here's the thing, you grown. So if you like, okay, he going down there and he want to bend me over this balcony and I'm going to get bent over the balcony. Knock yourself out. No harm, no foul. This conversation ain't for you because you know what your goal is. You know that your goal is to go down there and get bent over the balcony, and that's fine. No judgment, but at least you've made that decision. This conversation is for the women that will, have the rose colored glasses on, like, oh, I'm gonna go down here, he gonna flew me out and I'm gonna go down there and we gonna have dinner and we're gonna have a nice romantic weekend. Snap out of it. That may be your plan. But his plan is to feed you and have your legs over his shoulders by the end of the night. That's what his plan is. If he flew you out, that's what you're doing. Okay? And if you don't plan on doing that, don't get flued out. Don't let him flew you out if you're not putting your legs up, and if you're not going to be having your legs in field goal position, don't let him flew you out. Just stay at home, or again, let him come to you. But do not accept those trips because, again, unless you make that decision and say, you know what, listen, listen. If you better bend me over the balcony, forget the doggone dinner, bend me over this balcony. Listen, then we grown. You can do, that's your choice and that's your decision to make. But for those that like to go and get flued out and then you shell shocked after you done sat there and you've eaten that expensive lobster and them crab legs and all of this other stuff, and then you done slurped on them scallops and those mussels, and now you eating all those aphrodisiacs, and he watching you slow. He like, oh yeah, she done ate $200 worth of seafood. Yes, he's over there. Listen, he over there thanking the ancestors and thanking the heavens above. He's like, yeah, she taking in all these sexual aphrodisiacs. I know there is a God somewhere, and I know God is gonna give me up. Listen, so that's where he at. So now at the end of the night, he ready. Y'all leave. You like, okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow. He like, whoa, you gonna do what? You gonna see me what? You gonna see me? Wait, look here, come here, let me tell you something. You ain't gonna see me tomorrow after you done slurped down $250 worth of seafood. You done drunk $200 champagne and wine and liquor, and you fixing your mouth. You fixing your mouth to tell me you gonna see me tomorrow. No, baby girl, you got me effed up. Okay, you gonna see me tonight in room 305. Right here, you see that hotel right there? That's where we're going. That's where you gonna see me at. Come on. So give me a hand, baby girl. Let's go. And now you sitting here looking shocked. You're appalled. But see, you wasn't shocked and appalled when you were sitting up there eating on that seafood after he done flew you out. So now you telling him that you're not going. So now he starts acting crazy. Now you stuck out there in his city. He booked the ticket for you. He booked the round trip ticket, but guess what? He booked it with his credit card and everything on his stuff. So, like, I guess if he puts it in your name, then you should be fine. I don't think he can cancel it like that. So that may be a way where you're clear if with the ticket is in your name and you've already confirmed everything. But where you gonna stay for the night? What if you haven't had, you haven't booked your own room, or you don't know where you are? Just be careful getting flued out. Pretty Tasha, you're saying that is good advice. That way we can go back, we can go right back. Absolutely. Again, we just want to put it out there where when you're dating and you going through these situations, just definitely put yourself in position to be safe, because people, feel all sorts of ways about, this whole dating ish and just going out, and people, you just don't know what people thoughts are. So it's just like, take time to get to know a person, especially before getting, flued out and all this other foolishness. You just want to be very, very mindful of that. Now, listen, speaking of being mindful, listen, be mindful of who you date. Now, we talked about this from a sexual aspect, but now let's talk about it from women with kids aspect. So, you got to be very careful with the type of people that you're bringing around your kids. If you don't have kids, listen, you still want to be careful. If your dog, if Choo Choo is typically friendly with different people, like, we definitely gotta be mindful, because everything is real. So if you tell me you don't wanna oh, okay, this is, yeah, if you tell me that you don't want to do this, what is, okay, so is this one messing up too? Oh no. uh oh, I hope it goes back, guys. I'm sorry, I'm losing connection over here some way, somehow. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna come back in, y'all. Oh, my boobies all up in the air. Woo-hoo-hoo. I don't know what this is. Hold on. Okay, I can't even. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're gonna see. I like this song, Sean, but I told Sean, I was like, I need all of the labels. I'm not really sure. I'm not jumping down with no, we don't need no labels. I need all of the labels in that order. I'm gonna need them, and then some. I need all of the labels. Every last label. I need them right there. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Wait, it's not. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Oh, try again. Hold on. Oh, I was all that, my boob was all up in the YouTube. Hold on. Okay. No, I'm not. Okay, so I need to do, let me do another song so I can figure out. Guys, I got to take another song. So give me 1 second so I can figure out why my connection is bad. Hey, YouTube. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm just trying to get this situated over on this part, because it's acting up, and everything just went bad at one time. So hopefully I can get back in and do my stream. Hopefully I get, because I got over an hour left. I can't be without having no stream. Yeah, it's saying it's the internet connection. Hey guys, hi YouTube. Okay, that sucks. Okay, that ain't. Yeah, I'm not. None of my stuff is logging in. Okay, so let me try to move this one right here. Okay, hey guys. Okay. Oh, this is crazy. Hey guys, I'm gonna share my let me share my YouTube stream. Let's see if that'll work. Oh. Mm. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's see, how do I do this? Hey guys. Let me see. Um okay. Hey guys.
We go 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families one conversation at a time. Guys, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. And J is spelled Jaye for all three. While you're at it, go right around the corner. Boop, boop, boop. Like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. That's the J Spot Radio. Also, go to TikTok, like and follow us there. The J Spot. Again, guys, J is Jaye. Please turn on the notification bells for all platforms. Boop, boop, boop. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, we had a few glitches, so I got kicked out of Facebook and the other one. So, guys, join me over here. I'm going to copy the link so that you can just join us over here live on YouTube. And that's a good thing because I need y'all over here. Come on over here. Jump on the good side over here to YouTube and like and subscribe to our channel. And you can join in live right now with us. The conversation is live right now. Guys, but listen. We were talking about being mindful of the type of people that we bring around our kids. So we got to be mindful on who we're dating, who we're bringing around our kids. Because listen, this next hot topic, the guy, he says that when dating a woman with kids, he says that, listen, I'm dating you. I'm not dating your kids. So it's not my job to get along with your kids. It's your kids' job to get along with me. It's your kids' job to try to impress me. It's your kids' job to, impress upon me because I'm the one that will potentially come in and take care of you all if I decide to. So he's saying that, listen, I can be with you and not deal with your kids. I don't have to deal with you. And I say this, it's like when you are dealing with people with kids, listen, sir, I understand. I'm going to say this. You might have meant well. Okay. You might just have meant well. You might have meant well. But I don't know, sir. That was just not this is not a good look. That was a bold statement to make. And here's the thing: there were some guys jumping on, watch these women, watch they get all up in their feelings. Well, it's really nothing to get, in my opinion, it's really nothing to get in your feelings about. It's really not a in your feelings type of situation. But what I will say is, sir, you got it kind of wrong. You got a few things wrong. The first thing being, yeah, if you are dating someone, man or woman, that have kids, they are a package. You cannot take one without the other. So you can't possibly think that you can date this woman or this man that has kids and you don't have to accept their kids. I'm not sure where we're doing that at, but it's how do you do that? I don't understand. How do we date someone that has kids, especially if they're small kids? If they're grown, then and they're out of the house, then that's a totally different conversation. But for the people that are still at home, you dating someone and they have kids and they're still at home, you no, you don't get to say that. Like that's not how this goes. Like it just doesn't it don't work like that. If you're dating someone that has kids and they're still in the house, guess what? They're still in the house and they're still at home with the parent. So they are a package deal, whether you want to accept that or not. If you're a person that says, you know what, I'm not going to accept that, I don't have to accept that, then you, sir or ma'am, you're not the person that needs you don't need to be dating someone that has kids, because that is absolutely the order of things. The order is, if this person has kids, they're a package deal. The only person, in my opinion, that they're not a package deal for is, and I know it sounds crazy, hold on, y'all. I know it may sound crazy, but it's for the biological parent. Like, okay, we had this kids. Listen, we gave this situation a run. It didn't work out. Now we got, a gift that we were blessed with, this kid or these kids. But now, you know what? Our relationship, our situation did not work out. So now we get to go and say, you know what? No, we deserve. We got to find somebody else that we could potentially match with. But the person that we had kids with, they're not. We're not a package deal for that person, because we both have agreed to move on. But in moving on, then we come to the table with a little partner. We come with a couple of little broke best friends, depending on how many kids you got. You come with some broke best friends. So they are a package deal for the new person. But that's just if you see yourself going long term. But my thing is this: if you a person that says, you know what, listen, Jay, I'm not on that. Like, I can't see myself loving or taking care of another man's child. I can respect that. Like, this is not the situation for you, and you have every right to say, you know what, this ain't for me, and get out, like run. Like, there's no thinking twice about it. But if you expect to be in this situation and then you say, you know what, listen, I don't, she has to, deal with me, and I can deal with her, but I'm gonna separate the two. I can only deal with her, but I don't have to deal with her kids. Yeah, I don't. I'm really not sure how that's gonna work. The only way that can work is if you all are just, you just getting together, doing a horizontal mambo. That's the only way that is going to work, as far as you not having to be responsible for this woman and her kids. If you all are just, y'all just got benefits going on, y'all friends with benefits, then that's fine. You can separate the woman from her kids, because if you having friends with benefits, then you should never be around a woman's child anyway. If you guys are just friends with benefits, you should never be around her kids anyway. So I'm like, I'm not sure why we would even, this wouldn't even be a conversation to be had or to be entertained if you are just a friend with benefit. So we definitely have to be mindful of that. But don't, we gotta listen, ladies, especially ladies, if we got these kids at home, we gotta listen to what these dudes are saying. We gotta listen. And we gotta listen with our good ears, with both of our ears. You gotta listen, because you don't want to put your kids in a situation and put yourself in a situation where you get hurt or your kids get hurt because you dealing with somebody that didn't want to deal with what you brought to the table. Yes, if you have kids, you are a package deal for these dudes. Like, and if he doesn't want that, by all means, he has every right to not want that. He has every right to not want it. So we can't put them in position where we're like, okay, you got to accept it, because they don't. They don't. So if they feel as though, you know what, listen, this ain't for me right here. This ain't for me. We got to respect that. It ain't for them, and we just got to keep it moving. You got to keep it moving, and you just got to do what you have to do for you and your kids. But don't get in these situations where with these people and they're like, they're telling you already, you know, no, I ain't with that. Like, I'm not here to make your kids like me. I'm not here, for your kids to like me. I'm not here to like your kids. I'm here for you. And if you can't deal with that, then we don't need to go any further. Well, then guess what? We don't need to go any further, because this is my situation. And for people that say, "Oh, this is everybody's situation. See, it's too much." Okay, listen, sir. Before you go getting your blood pressure all up high, you don't have to be over here. You got to go and find what is for you and what the woman that makes you happy. You got to go find a woman that does not have any kids. You got to go find that. You got to go find what is going to work for you. Because again, if you're not happy, if you don't want to be with this woman and in this situation, you got every right to not want that. You got every right to not want that. But you can't get in a situation, the chick got kids, and you don't want the kids, you don't want to be around the kids, then you got that every right. But don't get in a situation where the woman has kids, and you don't want to be a part of that situation, because here's the deal. She got the kids. Just don't go over there. You have the right to not get with the kids. You got the right to not want to get with them and the one with the kids. Just don't go over there. You can't go and get in a situation with somebody that got kids and then complain about the fact that she got kids. That doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. So you gotta choose your battle. So again, if she's not the chick for you, then she not the chick for you because she got kids. And you okay to feel like that. That is your prerogative. Just don't get over there with these chicks and then now you want to talk crazy. You knew she got kids. If a woman with kids is not your desire, then listen, you got to go find somebody that's not. Now, speaking of women with kids, this guy, he says he prefers to date women with kids. I say that again. He says he prefers to date women with kids for two reasons. He says the first reason that he prefers to date women with kids is he says that because that way he knows for sure she is a biological woman. That's the first reason why. He said it, not me. He said, listen, I prefer dating single moms because therefore I know that this is a real biological woman that I am dating. Look, I'm not gonna get into it with all this other stuff. However y'all feel, biological. I'm not getting into that. I'm telling you what this man said. And so then the next thing he said was also he said that single mothers have often have their ish together. He says that they know how to build, they know how to stretch, they know how to maneuver things. They are often, they often have their business together, and they're often good leaders because they have other people to depend on them. So they have to have their self together. They have to be able to maneuver and do all these different things because they got people that they got to look out for. He's like, so listen, when you dating a single mom, you gonna get a woman that, listen, she is about her business. She's about it. She is about it. And he says, listen, that's my preference. I prefer to date single moms. So when I hear stuff like that, again, I'm not mad, or I'm not, it doesn't make me like, oh, this dude is the dude. He is the bomb.com because he say he dates single moms and all this and that. For me, I'm like, it does, like, it's, I'm in the middle. Like, it's either he's the best type of dude out there, or he's the worst type of dude. Like, I'm in the middle because I believe that people have free choice. So you have the choice and you have the right to date whomever makes you happy with whatever situation. So you gotta put yourself in a situation that something that's gonna be comfortable for you. You gotta see yourself being able to ride this thing through. You have to do it for you based upon what feels good and what feels right for you, not what works for everybody else. So again, if you a man that say, you know what, listen, I don't believe in the package deal type thing when it comes to women having kids. I don't believe in that. I believe that I'm the prize and that the woman and these kids need to straighten up and fly right, and you need to do what you need to do so that you can make sure that I like you. It's not the other way around. Am I mad at a man for feeling like that? Absolutely not. Am I going to accept that? Is that an ideal type of attitude that I would like to be involved with? Probably not, sir. You can go take your, oh, well, she would be lucky. Listen, I could do bad all by myself. If I have to deal with that type of attitude and that type of outlook, sometimes we have to choose our battles. And sometimes we bring in chaos just, and we selfishly do that because we see that these people don't really have the best attitudes. They don't really have the best outlooks on life and situations. But yet we're like, okay, well, he look good, she look good, I still want to be with them. And then they come in and then they just disrupt your peace. They disrupt your peace of mind. They disrupt all of the positivity that you have going on in your life. Yes, you got kids. Just because you got kids don't mean that you don't have a peaceful life. It don't mean that you got all kinds of chaos and negativity and crazy-ish in your life. It does not mean that. So be mindful and stop letting people make you feel as though, something is wrong with you because you have kids and you've never been married, or you have kids out of wedlock. Now, I'm not saying we gonna go and make this a sport and keep on like, all right, got one. All right, I'm in the run for number two. Yeah, all right, got number two. All right, about to catch up and go ahead on, make it a cool three, make it a cool 4, 5. Listen, we're not gonna say all that, okay? So listen, we gotta control our fertility because listen, these kids are a lot. They are expensive. Listen, if you got the nerves for them and the money for them, hey, God bless you. But for me, I'm gonna have to do one at a time. Listen, one at a time, niece, nephew, kids, whatever, one at a time, because that's the extent of where my nerves are. But when we are choosing a partner, we got to be very mindful that we are putting not only our best interest, but when we got kids, you got to put your kids' best interest comes before you having your little freak off session, because they can be a person that's good to have a freak off session with, but you know what, that's as far as it should go. This should not turn to a relationship, because the way that they have their the way that their outlook is towards women with kids, this is not a person that you should be trying to see a future with. So we got to definitely make sure that we are paying attention to how people are in relationships and what they're saying to us. We got to pay attention, because if they're already telling you and they're giving you signs in advance that they are not the type of people that you need to be bringing home around your children, just keep it at that. Keep it as a freak off. Now listen, speaking of freak offs, this lady, she gets, listen to this, you all. Let me know what you think about this. This woman, she is upset at her boyfriend because he paid his baby mama's rent. You heard me right. This brother, he paid his baby mama's rent. Now, his girlfriend, this ain't even his wife, his girlfriend is upset about that. What do you all think about that? Is this man, first of all, this woman is not his wife, and she is just all in his face and yick, 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 and you did this and you shouldn't have did this and da 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 da. She just, baby, she giving him an earful, and she's upset because he paid the rent for his baby mama. And so she's like, well, why are you paying the rent for her? Why did you pay the rent? And he simply told her, because my son lives there. Her rent, something happened with her job, and she is behind on her rent. And my child lives there. So I don't want my child to be out on the street. I don't want my child. Matter of fact, my child will not go without. So therefore, I pay the rent. You saying I'm paying it for my baby mama, you can look at it however you want to. But my child stays there. My child will not be uprooted and not be homeless as long as I have a way to make that happen and keep it possible that my child lives a normal life. I, as a father, I, as a man, am going to do what I need to do to take care of my responsibility. Hands down, I commend that brother, because here's the deal. Some people feel like the woman does, this girlfriend. Why are you going all out your way and doing that? She should have did this. She should have did that. He knows. Okay, listen, whatever it is that happens, he knows that whatever happens to his baby mama and her household and her way of life, he understands, he accepts responsibility that it is going to affect his child that lives with the mother. Anything that happens to the mother's finances, it will affect his child. Whether we want to acknowledge that or not, if anything happens to the mother, her children are going to be affected. If she is going through a rough time mentally and psychologically, it will affect her children. It's going to trickle down and affect her children. So ladies, listen. Now this part is for us. If you are in a relationship or you in a situation with a man and you feel like he do too much for his baby mama, that might be a situation that you want to exit left from. I'm going to say that again, because ladies, listen, you don't want him doing all of that because you looking at it like he's doing all that for that beat. No, he's taking care of his kids. You sit down and won't you go stifle yourself? Get out that man. You're not even his wife. Fellas, be mindful of these type of chicks that you all entertain, that they come to stir up discord in your life. This woman right here, this is the type of woman, She's not there to bring peace to your life. She's not there to add value to your life. She's not there to be a partner. She's there to disrupt your life. She's there to disrupt your peace and disrupt your happiness. That's what this chick is there for. She's not there to add any value. So you all have to get good at recognizing these chicks that come with this type of side-eyed drama. This is nothing but drama. You can be like, girl, I have not made no promises to you. I haven't married you. I haven't said anything about going forward with you. And this is the foolishness that you are coming and putting in my. Listen, I don't need that. I don't need that. See, what you looking for, what you should be looking for is a woman that the woman that is going to be fit, that's going to fit good in this situation. She's going to understand. She's going to understand that, yes, okay, I acknowledge that man, he got to do this, especially if he's able to afford to take care of her rent. Why would you want there to be friction? Why would you want there to be static? And I know some people think that, oh, well, if they getting along, then he may go back over there and he may start messing with her. No, your attitude is what's going to send him over there. That's what's going to send him over there. Your insecurity, you're not willing to let him do what he feels he needs to do as a man and as a father. That's what's going to cause him to go over there and be creeping off with her, because then you gonna make him realize, like, man, this is what I've been missing. Like, for real, like, I've been missing out. I can't believe that I missed out on all of this. I'm missing out on this. I'm missing out on my family. You're going to make him go back to her. You're going to do that. You're going to make him go back to his family, his so-called family, because you are just you just not right. You just not right, and you're gonna make him go back to his so-called family because you're harping him and you're giving him a hard time on what he needs to do to be able to go and take care of his child. You focusing on him being able to you focusing on him giving to the mother. You're focusing only on the mother. That's all you focusing on. You focusing on the mother. That's it. That's all you focusing on. You just focusing on the mother. But you're not worried about the child. You're not focusing on the child. You are not focusing on the child. You just focusing on, man, this mother right here, he gonna be sitting up here. He gonna be, back close with her and this and that. Listen, Linda, look. Why you gotta be like this? Why you gotta be like that? Like, don't even like you worrying about too much. Just let this man do what he feels he needs to do. And that should make you feel good. You should be happy about that, because you have found a guy that is going to take care of his responsibility, and he's going to do it right. Like, he's going to take care of his kid. He's letting you know. So that should make you rest assured that if he has a kid with you, or if something happens with you all, he's going to take care of his kid. Like, he's going to take care of his kid. He's going to do the right thing. He's going to do what is necessary to take care of his kid. But if we don't allow them to do what's needed, then guess what? We're going to mess everything up, because guess what? We running our mouth and we doing all this craziness, and we won't just let men do what they need to do. So let's just stop, with all of that. Again, if it's not an ideal situation for you, that's totally understandable. But let's stop trying to stand in these people's way that is trying to do what they need to do to take care of their kids. Let these folks do what they gonna do. So if you not on board, if you can't handle a man that says, you know what, listen, if anything ever happened and my baby mom's fell into a hard time and she needed some help and she needed my money and she needed my assistance, I am there because I have a kid with her and I understand that if something happens with her, it affects my child. If you're not the woman that can understand that, then it's probably not a good situation and it's not a good fit for you. It's probably not a situation that you want to be in because you got to let people do what they feel is right in their situation. And you being a nagging Nancy on his shoulder, you know, that's how these dudes, you get in these relationships and now and then oh God forbid he marries her. If she cutting up and showing out like that, and they're just dating, God forbid what she's gonna do if they get married and now it's both of their money and now she don't want, I don't want you spending my money on that B. She should have thought about, ooh, y'all, that's what I'm saying. Ooh, we gotta be careful. Woo, child. Be careful who y'all partner up with. Lord have mercy, because I'm telling you, some people, they will come and you guys y'all had a cool, cordial co-parenting relationship. Y'all was rocking and rolling, and then y'all come get these outsiders and they got everybody, like Tupac said, everybody got an opinion. Everybody got an opinion about how we should do our stuff. Listen, with all due respect, keep your opinion to yourself, because if this is what they was doing and it worked for them before you got there, you either get in where you fit in or you don't. Because here's the thing, if he's still loving you, prioritizing you, and doing what he has to do as your man, let this man father. Now, if he's doing things that specifically for the mother, it's her birthday, and he's going out and he's buying her expensive jewelry, and see, now that right there, I'm like, bruh, that bracelet had nothing to do with your child. Nothing to do. So I'm like, I would be mindful of those type of friendships if like they're still huggy and they're touchy and I would be skeptical about that. I'm not gonna lie. So that would be a situation where, but here's the deal. I'm not gonna say anything. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch for a minute and I'm gonna see what's up. Because if you sit up there and you start doing all this talking, you might miss the whole picture. But if you just sit back and observe the situation, you'll figure out what's going on. And here's the deal. If they too touchy for you, if they too giggly for you, then that may not be the situation. Because it will be too, listen, we not going to be sniggling and giggling and all. Listen, okay, you had your turn to sniggle and giggle and all this and that, okay? But if y'all still sniggling and giggling with each other, there's no purpose for me to be here. So I'm gonna slide to the back and I'm gonna let you all go ahead on and get together so that you all can continue to sniggle and giggle. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move to the side and let you all do what you feel is best for each other, because that's just not going to be an ideal situation for me. And for me, that will say, you know what? Man, they are a little bit closer. They too close for comfort for me. Their relationship is a little bit too close for me. And now I'm like, I'm not comfortable in this situation. So I have to do what I need to do to protect my peace, to protect my sanity. Because here's the thing, it's always about, you have to protect your peace, but then if you have to protect the peace of your relationship, the peace of your home, the peace of your partner, It's all about protecting. But if you're walking into a situation and it's already screaming, I got to be mindful. It's already feeling a little eerie. It's already feeling a little heavy. That's that's your insides. That's your gut telling you, listen, come here, come here. You don't need to be going over there. See, this is gonna be that bull. Okay. I'm trying to tell you now, you don't need to go over there because see, this is gonna be that bull. And now you finna be up here, finna be crying and all this other stuff, searching his social media pages, trying to figure out what's going on, who he talking to, and all. This is a situation you might want to just go ahead on and back up, put that car in reverse. Do not go forward. I'm trying to tell you because see, I know how you are. That's what your gut and your instinct is telling you. I know how you are. See, you go get your little feelings all hurt and you get all falling in love and all this and that. And now your little feelings hurt. But I told you up front too. I was trying to tell you, look, it still could be something going on. He still could be a little sweet on her. Cause see, did he going above and beyond. He's no longer, not only is he paying her rent and buying food and all this other stuff. That's fine. He can do that. He got a kid over there. May even help out with the car. Cause she got to get the car back, take the kid back and forth to daycare and all this and that. Yeah, I'm good with all that. But then you seeing all these credit card statements where, he getting her hair done. He getting her nails done. He's, sending her on girls trips and he's buying her, now these things that he's doing specifically for her as being a woman. Yeah, yeah, that would be a cause for alarm, and that would be cause for either a conversation or, that would be my sign to exit left because, again, this is not the type of situation that I desire. This is not the situation that I see for myself. This is not the type of relationship that I know that I'm going to feel comfortable with in the long run. So I need to do what I need to do to ensure that I am happy and that also that this is just it's a good situation for everyone. So when you feel like, what, listen, this ain't gonna work, like this is not working for me. When you feel that this is not working for you, then you have to do what you need to do to ensure that you are in a healthy relationship that works for you. And you should be able to talk for a partner or somebody that does not have anything to hide, that does not have an ulterior motive, then this is definitely something that requires a conversation. But if you find that they're getting upset and you can't talk to them about something or they're defensive about something, then to me, where there is smoke, it tends, there's a fire brewing somewhere. So if we can't talk to each other about how we feel, then maybe that's not I don't know, communication is just a big thing. Now, listen, speaking of communication, tonight we're talking about mixed signals and why we play games. Why are we still playing games? You all, again, if you are in the age range where, listen, you wake up and something is hurting on you, it's always something hurting on you. Every day you wake up, it's something different. You wake up one day, you like, dang, what? I can't believe I slept like this. Now, wake up, my whole arm is numb. The next day, you like, dang, my neck crook, got a crook here. Oh, God, wake up here, the back hurt. Oh, my God, what is this hurting right here? If you are in that age range, tonight's conversation is for you. Mixed signals. Why are we playing games? We play these mind games with each other. So now listen, according to an online source, mind games are subtle attempts to emotionally or verbally control people. Some people play mind games because it makes them feel powerful and allows them to avoid taking responsibility for the other person's feelings. This can also be this person can all that does this can also be categorized as being a manipulator. You got people out here that play all of these games, baby. They play these games, they throw the stones, and then they hide their hands as though they're not doing anything. Like if you even mention or try to ask what's going on when you catch on to the game, when you smell the bull junkie and you try to call them on the bull junkie, it's always you don't know what you're talking about, or you're too sensitive, or you're complaining. See, a person that is sending mixed signals and that's playing games, they're going to always deflect on how you feel. They're going to always deflect. When a person's feelings and when their intentions are not true, and when they are just on some straight dumb stuff, when they on some straight games, they are almost always they're not going to be honest. They're not going to be straightforward. They're going to play games. They're going to see, how far can they push you. This is when a person, they intentionally do things or say things that are disrespectful or hurtful in order to test your reaction and to see how far can they push you. Some people would do the rudest things, the most inconsiderate things to see how far they can go. Some people, listen, these mixed signal peoples, 1 minute they loving all on you they booing all this and that. The next minute, you don't hear from them. You can't find them. You text them. Baby, if you get a text back, it's never right away. If they do, or if you call them, they don't answer. You can't get in contact with them. Or you call them, they don't answer. But guess what? They'll text you. The next day, you like, oh, okay. Like, I called you. So if there's nothing going on and you're not playing games, then what's up with me calling, but then I receive a text back? So we got to be mindful. Now, this is not, listen, this is if this is something that's consistent. Once in a while, listen, ish happens. And don't let nobody make you feel like you're insecure because you have a problem with the way that they're moving. This is another way that people send you mixed signals. So now they want to deflect their bad behavior and their bad actions, and because they're moving a certain way and you don't like it, and so now you bring it to their attention, guess what? You're automatically made to feel bad about how you feel because they on some bull junkie, and you calling it out and you're trying to figure out what's going on. You definitely got to be mindful of that. People, they withhold their affection. Listen, you cannot possibly be on 1 minute and then you off the next. You cannot possibly think that a person is going to continue to feel the love and admiration that they once felt for you once you start sending on, it's so much ish in the air. 1 minute you like me, 1 minute you don't, 1 minute you booed up, 1 minute you talking, 1 minute you ghosting, you ignoring all this. You cannot put all of that confusion in the air and bring all that in the mix of a so-called relationship, and then you still expect the person to feel all warm and fuzzy and cuzzy for you. That's not going to happen because you're sending mixed signals and messages. People go into protective mode. They go into shutdown mode because instinctively your heart wants to protect itself. So when you're dealing with somebody that is sending mixed signals and messages, and then they come and they hit you with the, yeah, well, man, you don't even hug me like you used to. You don't even, because I'm tired of your bull junkie. That's what your spirit and your heart is saying. Like, I'm out. Like, I'm physically here, but my mind and my emotions and my heart is on the other side. I have tapped out because of the games. I've tapped out because you're playing games, and you cannot expect me to continue to just sit around and just be like, just twiddle my thumbs as you play the games. Again, the mixed messages being they act interested for a while and then ignore you completely, only to start acting interested again. So Monday you like me, Tuesday you mad, Wednesday you like me, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday you mad, and then back to Monday you like me. Who has time? Who has the energy for that type of ish? Like, you be in or you be out. Like, what's with all of that? Like, listen, pick a channel and stick to it. Pick a relationship status, pick an attitude, and stick with it. Either you rocking with me or you not. Stop rocking with me one day and then you go disappear, then you come back and then you make it seem like, oh, so you just gonna keep acting like that. Excuse me? Acting like what? Acting like I'm over this ish, if that's what you want to say. And it's like sometimes they just do it to just get a rise out of you to see, okay, what they gonna say. So whatever you say, be prepared to stand on it. So we're living in a day and age where I just believe that people just, it's a badge of honor, and they feel as though they're really pulling the wool over people's eyes. When you have a good person and you're sending mixed messages and you're doing all of that and you're like, dang, they still here. Oh yeah, all right, let me emotionally beat up on them some more. Yeah, let me psychologically beat up on them some more. Because for me, that's exactly what it is. When you are sending mixed messages and when you are playing mind games, that's exactly what the person is doing to you. They are psychologically and emotionally beating up on you. They taking you through the ringer and just causing all this unnecessary angst and anxiety and stress and all this other ish in your life. So we have to get to the point where we're like, okay, what am I going to do? Am I going to continue to sit and let somebody mislead me and deceive me? Especially, and this can be hard, guys, when you still love somebody, this can be hard to accept. You see it, but it's hard to accept. Nobody wants to sit and look at their relationship and say, you know what? This woman ain't no good for me. She ain't doing nothing but playing these games. One minute she love me and she want to be with me. The next minute she don't. Or this man, he playing these games with me. One minute he loving all on me and we talking and we making plans, and then the next minute he's blocking me or he's ignoring my calls. Listen, I know it's hard to accept, but sometimes you just got to look at your situation because each situation is different. But you got to look at your situation. And if you say to yourself, you know what? I deserve better than this. Whatever it is that you desire from your relationship, you deserve that. You deserve better than that. You deserve better than the foolishness that you are being dished out. Listen, some people get so caught up in the games. Some people, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you all. Some people think that they are God's gift to you when really they are just the devil. Some people think that they are the best thing that has happened to you when in actuality they could have been the worst thing to happen to you. They could be thinking that, man, I done came, I done changed their life. Yes, you have come in like a Tasmanian devil, and you have disrupted everything that was once positive and good in this person's life. You have come through like the spirit that you are, and you have disrupted that. You at that point being the person that is on the receiving end of the mixed messages, now it's time for you to take control of your life. It's time for you to take control of your relationship. It's time for you to take control of your feelings. And it's time for you to take control of your place and your role in said relationship. See, a lot of times when the person that is being played with and they're getting the games run on them and all the mixed signals, the receiver of those mixed signals, sometimes we often tend to try to wait for that other person to stop. You waiting for them to stop sending you the mixed messages. You waiting for them to stop playing mind games. They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. You have to stop it. How do you stop it? You got to go. Especially if you have talked to these people more than one time and they keep going. They keep playing these foolish games. They keep on with the foolishness. They just keep on. And they just won't let you go. Woman, again, they just hopping in now, hopping in. Why they keep coming back? That's not the question to ask. The question is, why do I keep allowing them to come back? Because once you're tired and once you get to the place where listen, I have been pushed one time too many. Now, I'm not going back. I need to regroup and get myself together and find my peace and find my happiness. You have to stop placing the responsibility of getting closure into the hands of the person that is playing mixed messages or playing mind games. How can you trust them to give you closure? Look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. They're not trying to give you closure. They enjoy having you dangle just like this. They enjoy putting you over here in the timeout section, and then they go play with somebody else. And then when they're ready to play with you again, they come and get you out the timeout box. You can't keep complaining that they keep coming back because you're letting them back. So people can only do so for so long what we allow them to do. So it's time to change the way that we look at these situations and saying, okay, you know what? They're sending mixed messages and leading you on. Now it's time to stop following it. So you can only be led on when you are following the foolishness. But once you decide to stop following the foolishness, then guess what? You can't be led on anymore. You can't be in a situation where they're playing with your mind or they're sending you mixed signals because you have decided to say, you know what? Listen, I am going to cut the umbilical cord from this foolishness. I am done with this bull junkie right here. This right here, I'm done with this. This is where I get off. See, you can't put your happiness in somebody else's hands. It's not their responsibility. If they were going to make you happy, if they were going to do the right thing, then they would not be playing these mind games with you. They would not be sending mixed messages and mixed signals to you if they had your best intentions. So we got to stop putting that responsibility on the people that are already playing these games. They're already letting you know that, listen, yep, I only like you. See, sometimes we get caught up in it. Yep, they want to be with me because they call me. They ain't have to call me because they always calling me because they know that you going to answer. They know that you going to answer. They know that you going to show up. So that's why they continue to call. So don't take that as a badge of honor because they're calling, because that's just a reflection that you haven't let go. Because as long as you allow them, they're going to send you mixed messages. As long as you allow them to toy with you, they're going to do that. But you have to put your foot down. And sometimes, listen, putting your foot down comes in different scenarios and different situations. So again, the first time, if this is your first time confronting them about the mixed messages, then I think that, you know what, have a conversation with them. Have a conversation about how you're feeling about the games and the mixed messages. Have a conversation. But if you've had this conversation 1,000,001 times, the same conversation, and they're still doing the same thing. One day you own and they loving you and they all lovey-dovey, and once y'all finish lovey-dovey, soon as y'all part ways, now they don't know you anymore for a couple of days, or they don't want to be bothered, or they back doing to whatever it is that they're doing. Listen, for some people that say, "Oh, you know, I'm working, I'm busy, I got to do this with family and this and that," that's also a form of sending mixed signals. Because here's the thing: if you're too busy to date or be in a relationship, then why not say that? Why are we pursuing relationships? Because my thing is this: I don't believe that there's a such thing as being too busy to date or being too busy for a relationship. They're just too busy for you. They just don't want you. They just don't want those things with you. And the moment that we can accept those type of things and just say, you know what, I can respect that. I just have to move on for this situation, because guess what? If I'm not getting what I need out of this situation, there's nothing else left here for me. So I have to free myself. I have to take control and get myself off of this psychological and mixed message carousel that I'm on. I have to get off of this emotional roller coaster. I have to take control of my happiness. I have to stop putting that responsibility in the hands of others. I have to remove myself from this situation in which I feel that mixed messages and my mind and my emotions are being played with. So stop putting your happiness in the hands of somebody that's already showing you that they can't trust, that you can't trust them to make you happy because of the things that they are doing to try to deceive you, hurt you, and manipulate you. Guys, listen, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot, and J is spelled Jaye for all three. While you're at it, go right around the corner. Go to YouTube. Please like and subscribe to our channel there. That's the jspot.com. Go to TikTok, like and follow us there. The J Spot, Jaye. Turn on the notification bell for all platforms. Until next time, you all take care of yourselves and each other. Peace out. Good night, guys. Thank you so much. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night.